What's up, Dirt fam? Seek Adventure here. If you thought the Smartcap was a game changer, this takes your build to the next level. I present to you the Kuat DEK Roof Rack and Dynamics SS5 Crosslink light bar for your Gen Tacoma. In today's video, I'll be reviewing it, and we're getting it out in the world for a real-world lighting test. Strap in, this one's gonna light you up. Let's dive in.
It beats loud.
The first time I saw this lighting setup was on my buddy John's Instagram page. His IG is Midwest Tacoma. So if you guys don't follow him, make sure you do. He's always posting different upgrades for his truck, and he posts some pretty cool stuff. Well, I saw this lighting setup on his truck, and I'm like, man, that's hardcore. You know, that's aggressive. Like, could I ever see myself getting that? You know, and like 6-8 months ago, the answer was no. You know, I was stoked on the truck. I had just gotten the Smartcap. That thing was starting to kind of grow on me, if you will. And I just wasn't ready to like really take it to the next level and get away from that whole stock plus vibe. So, you know, after like 4 or 5 months of looking at John's IG, I'm like, shit, like this thing would be sick on the Tacoma. So build series ended with Smartcap, and I was like, man, I need to make an upgrade, you know, like what's next? And so I got this bad setup. Mind you guys, this isn't cheap. So this is an investment in your truck. This setup fits the new Tacoma and the new 4Runner, and it's a direct integration. So Dynamics sells the SS5 Crosslink light bar for it, as well as like a regular light bar, if you will. So it's a direct integration. There's no like weird bracketry or any shit like that. When I first got the setup on the truck, I was blown away. You know, I was like, man, this is aggressive. You know, it was just different for me. You know, like as you guys know, watching the channel now for a year and a half, like the truck has definitely evolved, but this really takes it to the next level. So who's this for? This is for the adventurer. This is for the guy who's looking to make one upgrade to his truck. Or this is like the hardcore overlander. I mean, this system, Kuat, that Kuat sells, it's like a Kuat diode collab. They build some pretty badass stuff. Bike racks, roof racks, bed systems, all that stuff. So when you're buying the roof rack, you get all their other products along with it. So, you know, and also it's super minimal, sleek, it's badass. So this is for the overlander, the adventurer, the guy who's looking for one lighting setup. If you are watching this and you have a Tacoma and you're just like researching lights, I would recommend checking out the Dynamics SS6 Fog Lights. That's a great first mod. They're fairly easy to install and they make an immediate difference. And you can use them all the time. You know, like this light bar, like you need to be out in the country. You know, I mean, yeah, you can run, you know, the DRLs like whenever, but to turn this bad girl on, you got to be prepared, man. You can't turn it on the highway or nothing. So good first mod, SS6 Fogs.
So let's talk about what's actually going on here, because this is where the money went. The SS5 Crosslink connects 5 individual SS5 pods into one aggressive light bar. Each pod runs on TIR optics, total internal reflection. Most budget bars use a basic reflector that throws light everywhere and hopes for the best. TIR captures all of it and sends it exactly where you need it. No wasted light or glare cooking your eyeballs on the trail. My setup runs a mixed configuration, amber flood pods on the outside, clear driving lenses in the center. The driving pattern in the center runs 30 by 20 degrees. A broad punch that gives you serious distance down the trail without losing your width. That's your reach. The amber floods on the outside cover the foreground and the sides, the stuff that keeps you from getting surprised by a giant rock minding its own business. Put those two together and you've got a wall of usable light in the front of this truck. Enough throw that your brain actually has time to react. That's the difference between a cheap light bar and a purpose-built system. One lights up the dark, the other helps you drive in it.
So, I want to talk to you guys about my lenses. So this setup, typically, like when you would buy this, you're gonna get all the same lens unless you buy additional lenses. So, on the outside here, these are an amber flood lens. These are gonna throw plenty of light on the sides of the vehicle to help the ditch lights out. They are just, you know, it's a floodlight. It's gonna throw light everywhere. The middle 3 lenses are a clear driving lens. It's just gonna throw light straight out in front of the vehicle. The reason that I went with the alternative combination of lenses was because I wanted to customize it, you know, like might as well. You know, I was looking at the pictures online. I'm like, I don't want all amber lenses or all clear lenses. I wanted to mix them together. I think it looks way more badass this way. So from a daily drivability standpoint, from a mile per gallon standpoint, let's start there. On the highway, I get about 18 miles per gallon. In the city and on the highway, I'm getting about 16 and a half. I didn't really notice it, maybe a half mile per gallon. So those of you guys that are worried about mile per gallon, which I know most people are, I mean, gas prices are through the frickin' roof. You know, it's on everyone's mind. Wind noise standpoint, you know, it's gonna add a little wind noise, you know, like what roof rack doesn't. Now this roof rack in particular, it's thin enough on the sides and around it. It's not gonna add a ton of wind noise, but the lighting setup itself, definitely, you can hear it, you know, you can hear some wind deflecting off of it. Is it as bad as the competitors? I don't think so. But who knows? You know, I don't like whip out a decibel reader or any shit like that. So, so from a wind noise standpoint, it's gonna add a little bit of noise, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. It helps me out and keeps you running with the best. My overall thoughts on the build, guys, is I was blown away. As soon as I got that roof rack on the truck and hit the light up button, the switch, whatever the frick it's called, and looked at it for the first time, I was so stoked. I mean, like, you know, when I added the SS6 fog lights, that was a game changer. Then we put the ditch lights on the truck, another game changer. But this one really, really takes the crown for being the best lighting mod on the truck thus far. Not to mention, it is attached to a badass roof rack that's bar none the best build quality I've seen out of anything out in the marketplace. From a lighting standpoint, they work great. They're bright as f. I mean, you guys saw in the video how bright they are. They're insane. Also, guys, please make sure to hit up my buddy, John from Diode Dynamics. His tag on Instagram is @MidwestTacoma. He posts review videos and all types of for the Tacoma. Well, guys, until next time, build smart, get out there, and seek adventure. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
It beats loud.